Somebody stole J.R. Ewing's Stetson.
Siri, get me Boone the Bounty Hunter.
I'm on the case.
Hey, what are you doing, John? Boone!
J.R.'s hat, where is it?
You already arrested me one time. Fall asleep.
Somebody in Southfork is gonna get Boone.
That hat is worth a lot of money.
But I guess no one in this room is the culprit.
Find it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and joining the revolution. We are once again broadcasting live from Southfork Ranch. And we have a huge show for us tonight. Coming up first, a rematch for the Revolutionary Championship as Damon Windsor defends again against Lance Hoyt. Let's go back to their first meeting 5 weeks ago. Travis, you and I were there. We saw this collision right here. Hoyt running in, knocking out the referee, and that opened up the opportunity for Windsor to try and capitalize here.
As we saw there, Lance Hoyt setting him up for his maneuver to finish off the match, but no referee to count the 3 fall. So there, once again, Big Lance Hoyt measuring his man, and we saw the loyal follower of Damon Windsor get involved, and it was a very close encounter of the third kind.
Well, a big boot by Lance Hoyt again puts down the champion, but still no referee awake in order to make the pinfall. And then now we see the referee recovers, sees Lance Hoyt with the belt, and assumes that he was the one who made the collision to knock him out.
And that has now led us into this. This is the rematch here. Lance Hoyt giving a receipt there saying, if you're going to disqualify me for it, I might as well do it anyway. But now we get the rematch.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest, second on the wall. It's for the world class Revolutionary Championship.
There we see the champion arriving, preceded by...
Being coming in the ring by Annalyn. It's his current world class Revolutionary Champion, Damon Windsor.
As I was saying, preceded by Annalyn. He is the Revolutionary Champion. Damon Windsor, the second son, the man who wants to convert the world to follow his beliefs. And he has certainly been very successful in his championship reign one way or another. But tonight, he's got a man that knows him very well. He came a hair's breadth away on a couple of occasions in that previous match from winning the Revolutionary title. And tonight, being on the challenger's home ground, you've really got to think that Damon Windsor's back is up against the wall. And he's going to have to really dig deep in order to retain that Revolutionary title.
Well, one may think that, but let's take a look at some of the facts here. Lance Hoyt was the one that got disqualified in their last encounter, and Annalyn is always a factor to stay noticed here at ringside. So to say that his back is against the wall, I honestly think it's the exact opposite. Lance Hoyt has several other factors that he needs to worry about, and it's him that's backed up against the wall. Remember, there's always the championship advantage.
See the presentation there to the crowd as Windsor holds that championship high. Has been Revolutionary Champion for, I think, approximately 4 months now. Winning that title from El Fuego del Sol. No, excuse me, from Chandler Hopkins, who won it from El Fuego del Sol. And that championship means the world to him. But
You think he does rituals with that thing each night?
I really try not to think what it is that Damon Windsor does on his private time, because a lot of it just, he's a creepy guy.
From Dallas, Texas, the American Psycho.
Here comes the man who often lives up to that nickname, the American Psycho. He's a man who has worldwide experience. He's a huge star in Japan, not just physically, but really on the star quality meter. Multiple-time tag team champion with his partner, Davey Boy Smith Jr. He's been in the WWE. He's been in TNA. He is an international superstar. He wants to come right here and claim this title. Well, not a man of many words. Lance Hoyt prefers to let the action speak for him. Is right there.
This ain't anything that we haven't been accustomed to seeing from Lance Hoyt. Lance Hoyt has no problem getting in a face, being somewhat rambunctious there to get his opponent riled up. He is one half of the Killer Elite Squad, as you aforementioned before, with his success in Japan. This guy, I've always said, doesn't get the credit he, in my opinion, is just due. I've seen this guy back in his TNA days. I was impressed with him then. I'm still impressed with him now. This guy is indeed the big bad man from Texas, and Damon Windsor knows that Lance Hoyt is no slouch and nothing to take lightly.
Windsor handing the championship belt, as well as his robe, over to his disciple, Anna Lynn. And there's very few times in the entire career of Damon Windsor that he has walked into a match where he does not automatically have a size and height advantage. This is one of those circumstances. Hoyt actually is, I believe, just an inch or two taller than Windsor, but certainly is going to be lacking in the experience advantage. However, Windsor, aggressive from the start, as he immediately takes over on Lance Hoyt, forcing him back in the corner, and right hands right to the side of the face.
A little bit of a hair tug there. Referee trying to acknowledge that a little bit. Irish whip gets reversed with a flying forearm from Lance Hoyt.
Hoyt now putting Windsor in the same position that Hoyt found himself in earlier, just raining those fists down on the side of the head as the referee counts to pull them out. In fact, I believe this is the same referee that was in charge of their match 5 weeks ago.
It very well could be. All I know is Big Lance Hoyt, the American Psycho, coming in with a train, if you will.
And Hoyt in the dominant position. Hoyt feeling very, very confident right here that he is on the path to becoming the new revolutionary champion. Hoyt with a kick to the midsection. Drops Windsor's face down across the knee. And goes around the ropes. Anna Lynn making herself known. And immediately, Windsor picks him up.
With a tilt-a-whirl slide slam there. Like I said, the Anna Lynn factor is nothing to forget about. And like I said, Lance Hoyt is the one that I think has his back up against the wall. Damon Windsor's the champion, and as I've mentioned before, this is a champion's advantage. Disqualifications, countouts do nothing for Hoyt except give him a win. Not the title, just a win.
Well, Hoyt, if you didn't notice that, Hoyt kicked out. There he did it again. All this aggressiveness and all this brutality that Damon Windsor's laying out, and Hoyt still isn't staying down even for a full 1 count. There is a lot of power and a lot of intensity coming out of Lance Hoyt. This title means so much to him. Capturing this championship means so much to him. And I know he is now, if he wasn't before, he is going to be very, very aware of where Anna Lynn is on the outside, because apparently Damon Windsor understands he might not be able to get this done alone. As Anna Lynn moves in right there, right across the face, just a paintbrush. Not going to hurt Hoyt, but certainly going to irritate him and take his mind off the game. Windsor down again with the cover, and again.
Not even the count was able to be administered there. Oh, look at this. Listen to that. Lance Hoyt telling him to hit me.
Now we got some psychological games here, which is normally what Windsor comes in. Windsor with the intimidation game, but he doesn't seem to be able to intimidate Lance Storm to stay down.
Lance Hoyt, you mean?
I mean Lance Hoyt, I'm sorry, yes.
But Damon Windsor was more than happy to oblige the request of Big Lance Hoyt, just raining down those punches and a lethal forearm. Now we've got Hoyt backed into the corner here.
3 up to 4 before Windsor breaks. We've gotten to 5. It would have been a disqualification, and like you said, Windsor would have kept the championship under that means, but I know that Windsor wants to be able to brag because we both know Windsor likes to talk.
Well, he's chilling out right now.
Oh,
okay.
Straight in the face of Lance Hoyt.
I don't think you do that with an American Psycho.
That is not. I really question a lot of the decisions that have come here in Windsor's game plan. That decision, though, worked very nicely with the back elbow smash, putting Lance Hoyt down. Here's the cover, hooks the leg. One. I think he got a full 2 count there.
Yes, referee did, I believe, acknowledge 2.
All right, so now the game's starting to work, and that's the blatant hair pull in front of the referee.
Well, you can call it a blatant hair pull, but if you look where Damon Windsor's right knee is positioned, it's right on the lower back area. So even though he was pulling on that hair, he was putting down the pressure on the lower back, stretching it out. Now, looks like a modified armbar there. Windsor now back up to his feet. Just trying to, I guess, antagonize the fans more about their hero Hoyt being down and in a very vulnerable position.
Damon Windsor stalking his prey, waiting for Lance Hoyt to get to his feet so that he can capture him right there. Oh, Hoyt was nice drop kick there. Great, good vertical jump from Lance Hoyt.
You don't really get to see drop kicks from men the size of Hoyt, but when you do, they can impress quite well.
But it took a lot out of Hoyt as well. He suffered a little more punishment than I think either one of us expected here in this match. Nonetheless,
putting up fight though.
Hoyt fighting out of the corner here, waiting for Windsor to come charging in. Mid shoulder block knocks the champion down.
Windsor's back up, only quickly to get knocked back down by Lance Hoyt.
Big clothesline there. Now, Hoyt, ripcord, pulls him back in. Maybe going Uranagi suplex, puts down the champion. Could we have a new one here? 1, 2, no.
Just barely though, barely. Hoyt's doing a lot with Damon Windsor there. A lot of high impact moves where Windsor has been forcing Hoyt to exude energy with those early kickouts that we saw. Lance Hoyt's he's more apt to just bring down the punishment.
What's Hoyt doing now? He's going to the outside. He's got himself, I believe, a bottle of water. Well, maybe there's going to be a little bit of a return play here as Hoyt.
What's that old saying? Turnabout, fair play?
Yeah, it's true. Oh, he's waiting. Yeah, he's waiting for Windsor to get back up.
This is what he does over in Japan.
And again, a miscalculation on the part of Lance Hoyt, and now the referee once again is blinded, and Hoyt finds himself back in a very similar scenario to where he was 5 weeks ago. And who's coming in here? Who's that down there? That's PCO. That's PCO, who's now coming into this match, drops Lance Hoyt down, and did I see correctly? PCO has the chaos hat.
He does indeed, and
PCO's running out of here. That's the man who took the hat at the beginning of the show 2 weeks ago.
Where's Boone when you need him?
But now he's left Damon Windsor the opening. Windsor with the choke slam, and Windsor retains the Revolutionary Championship.
The winner of this match and still world-class Revolutionary Champion, Damon Windsor.
Well, by hook or crook, and I might just mean crook in the most common sense here,
I wouldn't let Damon Windsor hear that.
Damon Windsor has once again escaped with the championship.
You know, I was saying earlier we had to be aware of the Analyt factor. I don't think any of us were expecting what turned out to be the PCO factor.
We knew PCO was in the building. We knew he was booked on the card, but I had no idea that he was the man behind the theft of JR's hat. And now for him to interfere here, what is his issue with Lance Hoyt? I don't know. We've really got to get some information about why he chose to do what he did there. But Damon Windsor proudly as he can, holds the championship high. Fans, we're going to step aside and pay some bills. We'll be back after this. Well, fans, you see it right here. Moments ago, Lance Hoyt going to spit water in the eye of Damon Windsor, instead catches the referee, but follows it up, about to hit the choke slam when from nowhere, PCO makes his way into the ring, takes Lance Hoyt down, and we discover it was PCO who had the hat stolen at the beginning of the show 2 weeks ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time, Boone, the Bounty Hunter.
Well, Travis, you mentioned it when we were, before we went to commercial break. You said, where's Boone when we need him? Well, here he is right here.
Better late than never.
And I guess we're finally going to get a resolution to the mystery that he's been investigating for this whole past couple of weeks here at Southfork. Who stole JR's hat? We know it was PCO. So now we got to find out what exactly is Boone going to do with this revelation.
Well, I think we can kind of get a good idea of what he's looking to do. He's looking for two things. One, to get the hat back, JR's prized hat back, but then he's probably going to be seeking some justice, some Boone justice against PCO.
Boone making himself greetings with the assembled crowd here in Southfork. We are really thrilled to have been hosted here by our at Southfork Ranch. And we certainly look forward to coming back here in the near future. But right now, Boone has...
looks like he has something to get off of his chest.
He's got something to announce.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Boone the Bounty Hunter. And I'm here at Southfork today because I got a call from Lucy Ewing. Apparently, some piece of trash here broke into the mansion over there and stole J.R. Ewing's hat. I've been sniffing through the garbage, looking in the pool and questioning the douche rockets in the back about that Stetson hat. And about a minute ago, I seen the Canadian Frankenstein, PCO, run out to this very ring wearing JR's Stetson hat.
He looked pretty good in it, too.
My first thought was, why am I arrested? Why am I taking the lockup? But I had a chat with world-class Revolution management, and they had a better idea. Because this happens to be a professional wrestling show, they said, why don't we make it Boone the Bounty Hunter versus the Canadian Frankenstein, PCO. The winner will get J.R. Ewing's hat. Now I would like to leave the hat here at Southfork, where the hat belongs. But this Canadian douchebag is telling everyone he's gonna take the hat back to Quebec. He's gonna go to Tim Hortons. He's gonna eat a whole box of Timbits, take a dump, and wipe his Canadian butt with JR's hat. He's gonna call the Mountie, all of his French-Canadian friends, and they're gonna burn the hat in Quebec. But I don't think J.R. Ewing's hat belongs in Quebec. I think that hat belongs right here in Southfork, in Dallas. So for your main event tonight, it is going to be the Canadian Frankenstein PCO versus Boone the Bounty Hunter for J.R. Ewing's hat.
All right, there's official right there. Boone laying out the challenge, saying that he had spoken with world-class management and it's been approved. So tonight, we will see Boone and PCO, because Boone the Bounty Hunter says quite clearly that hat deserves to stay right here in Southfork. There you see him greeting Lucy Ewing, and you can see her. She certainly feels confident that Boone can get the job done.
It's one of those situations where he promised her that he would keep J.R. Ewing's hat safe once he found it and retrieve it. Let's see if he can come through on his promise later on.
All right, fans, like we said tonight, main event, Boone versus PCO for JR's hat. We're going to step away and pay some more bills. When we come back, more world-class action. about to make his way here. Accompanied by Tigo. They are the Step Brothers. And when they arrive, it's always a party. They call themselves the Step Brothers because they get to stepping.
They got me going.
It's a big time party for them every time they come to the ring.
Come on, you need to get with us. Get with these moves here.
I got my back. It's a little bit sore.
Oh, don't be a party pooper now. These guys are bringing the party.
Oh, they always do. But it's not going to be a big party when Jermaine gets in here against his opponent. Nonetheless, though, see, they get going back to the 90s there.
Oh, trust me, I know, I'm feeling it. All right, hold on. Big time crescendo. Yeah.
They didn't even have to have the end of the world for that to happen. It's just here, right here in Southfork Ranch.
I see what you did there.
Southfork never experienced things like this. Not when J.R. Ewing was around. Didn't see him walking to the ring or walking anywhere with sunglasses like Tigo has.
I need to get me a pair of those. I need to get in touch with Tigo.
No, I bet he'll sell you some.
I don't know. No. I'm an endorser. I don't think I have to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
You just got entertained like you've never been entertained before. And that was courtesy of my man, Tino. And of course I am Jermaine. And together, we are the Step Brothers. Now, I'm here to issue a challenge. Yeah, big challenge going on here. And I don't just want any loser. I don't just want any scrub. I want the best of the best. So anyone back there who thinks they can hang with the Step Brothers, come on down here or get the stepping.
Open challenge to the locker room. I mean, well, fans, we got to do this for legal purposes.
One, World Class Revolution Inc. cannot be held responsible for the harsh words and widespread violence committed by the big bad booty daddy, Scott Steiner. If you happen to have a problem with him, you tell him.
All right, with the disclaimer out of the way. Big Papa Pop Scott Steiner has answered the call, and I have a terrible feeling right now that Jermaine may be wishing that he could just take a few steps back in time and rethink this entire approach.
Oh, I'm sure he would, but you know, just to cover myself, because I'm not one to want to get on Scott Steiner's bad side. Give me just a moment here while I give him a proper introduction, something that Mr. Justin there couldn't do. This guy right here, former tag team champion, former United States champion, television champion, and oh yes, heavyweight champion. He is the big bad booty daddy. He is Big Papa Pump. This is Scott Steiner.
Well, I'm sure Scott Steiner will be more than happy with what it is that you just did. And Scott Steiner is certainly going to be more than happy, perhaps, when this match is done, and he's able to get through Jermaine.
Whoa. You said if he's able to get through?
I always say if. I mean, anything can happen in professional wrestling.
I'll make sure to tell Steiner.
Please don't.
Okay. That's what I'm saying here. You might want to choose your words soft and sweet, as the old saying goes, because he'll make you eat them later.
He'll feed them to me quite harshly, I suspect. Did you see the way that Jermaine, when Scott Steiner was coming into the ring, that Jermaine almost literally dove out of the ring between that second and top rope as he suddenly realized exactly what his mouth had gotten him into.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't changing pants.
Yeah, it's a good thing he wore the darkest silver that he has.
It's still silver nonetheless.
Well, Jermaine trying to fire himself up here, and
you do what you need to do, Jermaine. Good luck to you, my friend.
No,
really?
You're not going to compare there.
Now I am a fan of Jermaine and obviously the Step brothers. I love to step. Oh, wait a minute. He's got a mic. Somebody get it
Turn
working
it on
for him.
before he gets mad.
Please.
Well, okay, never mind. He's just going to set it aside. He doesn't need to talk. And oh no, here you go.
Let's go, you sorry son of a everything is cool. You see, I woke up in a good mood like that. I looked at you, dumbass, and you gotta show me your arm. You're last night, I figured out to do that. Trust me, I put her to sleep, and she was calling my name, the big bad booty daddy, and right there, that's where she went to sleep. So I tell you what, after I beat your ass, I'm gonna let her be your woman, and she ain't gonna do shit either. You know what? This goes to all my freaks out there. Big pop, pop, your hook up. Holla, if you hear me.
Oh, we definitely heard
Yeah, I
you.
think the whole Southfork Ranch heard him right there. And that's why we put that disclaimer before his matches, fans, as we are not responsible for anything when it comes to Scott Steiner. And again, all matches that Scott Steiner competes in are competed essentially under his rules, which are, there are no rules.
Yeah, by the way, I forgot. One last thing is that I forgot to give for his accolades is if you didn't know, Scott Steiner is a world-renowned mathematician.
I've heard this, and
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he can make equations happen that you ain't never heard of before.
Yes, indeed. All right, Steiner now going to work on Jermaine.
That's a compliment, FYI. I just want to clarify.
That's for Steiner's benefit, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Steiner going to work on Jermaine, going to try to knock a little sense into him. Not a lot of sense into him, maybe. So Jermaine with the reversal, trying to hip toss, that just no. Just no. And Steiner now raising up and dropping the elbow.
Oh, you think he's going to go? There it is. Well, I thought he was going to go for the vintage workout.
And I would think here, because we saw Scott Steiner take on Tigo in a previous episode of World Class Television, I would think that hopefully before Jermaine came in here, Jermaine over the top, so just on his head. Assuming that Jermaine told Tigo who he was going to hope to call out here, maybe Tigo can give him some advice. I mean, Tigo didn't.
Tigo doesn't want to give any advice because, I mean, you think he wants to suffer another belly-to-belly like Jermaine did?
Okay.
I mean, I think Tigo's doing the smart thing right now. And just
Jermaine
saying,
with a rake to the eyes, and that's been the single most effective thing that Jermaine has been able to accomplish in this entire match.
indeed. All right, Jermaine, now you're kind of getting the advantage there. You better do what you're doing.
Yeah,
Don't do
stay
this.
on. Don't walk away,
No,
Jermaine.
no. You
keep
stay
going.
on top.
Referee Nick Chin checking with Steiner. Want to make sure he's still. No. Okay. In there, locks that hand, belly to belly suplex. Takes Jermaine down. And Jermaine rolling to the outside.
Second smartest thing that he's done.
Which normally I would say that, but I mean, Steiner, there's no rules. Steiner's just going to chase him right out there, and he can continue to do whatever he wants out here. There's no respite on the outside. He's going to give the fans an opportunity.
Anything can happen here at World
I know
Class.
so many fans who wanted to do that to Jermaine for years.
Jermaine is a very nice citizen.
No, and Tigo from the back. Okay, again, there's no disqualification. There's no rules here, and this may be the best strategy that the Step Brothers have. Use the number advantage against Scott Steiner. Of course, you are pissing, both of you are pissing him off, and he might take it out on both of you. But if you can get this taken care of, do it.
2 on 1. Do what you need to do.
All right, Tigo on the inside. Jermaine quick to follow up, and the Step Brothers working in tandem here. So it's now turned into essentially a handicap match, as Nick Chin trying desperately to suggest that Tigo leave, and maybe now Tigo will take that suggestion. If not, I suspect Steiner's going to force him to do so.
Yeah, I don't really think Steiner cares. This can be a handicap match for all he cares.
That,
And he'll
that may
still
be the
prove it.
truest statement I've ever heard you say, Travis. Steiner doesn't care.
No, he does not.
Oh, man, face goes down from the top rope.
Tigo didn't learn the first time. Hopefully he did that second time. I'm telling you, this is a genetic freak in its purest form.
And I think that we're going to rerun that situation here as Steiner positions Jermaine up on the top rope. Nope. Steiner going to go up to greet him.
Oh, is he? No way. Is he going to do? Is he looking
Locking in here.
for
He's putting him in a
fireman's carry? It
almost
looks
a
like.
fireman's carry. Maybe going to go for an angle slam, an Olympic slam off the second rope. I'm not sure here. He's trying to twist him in. Jermaine's fighting. Jermaine was able to get out of that, drop to the ring apron outside, which may just prolong the inevitable as Steiner hooks Jermaine and is going to bring him back in the hard way. One arm brings Jermaine in, and now Steiner going to set you in the Steiner recliner.
And it's not a comfortable recliner, let me tell you.
Indeed, and Jermaine quick to tap out.
And in short order and fashion as normal, Scott Steiner. My apologies to Justin Roberts there. Scott Steiner is your, well, should we say decisive winner?
Yeah, there's no question of that. Right now, I'm pretty sure that Jermaine is rethinking a lot of his life choices. And he is unceremoniously dumped to the outside as Scott Steiner racks up another win. He is undefeated here in world class.
I don't know who'd be stupid enough to face him.
Yeah. Well, apparently
voluntarily.
Yeah. All right, fans. When we come back, our main event: Boone versus PCO for JR's hat. All right, fans. Well, during the break, Jermaine thought that everything was all pathetic, but apparently Scott Steiner was done. As Jermaine was trying to convalesce with his partner, and you see right here, Jermaine on the receiving end, Scott Steiner continuing the assault on the outside.
This is what you get for issuing an open challenge,
Yeah.
and Scott Steiner answering it.
Just like they used to do on spring break, Scott Steiner dumping Jermaine in the pool.
Here's a chair!
Oh,
That unlucky chair.
how considerate of Steiner to give Jermaine somewhere to sit. I'm not sure he can swim.
Will somebody go and
Will
fish
you
him
go
out?
check him out? All right, well, fans, now as we get prepared for our main event, you see Lucy Ewing, who has reacquired the hat now that it's clear that PCO was the one to take the hat. World-class management, I'm sure, tracking down PCO, forcing him to hand the hat back over, as this match will be for control of the hat, apparently.
Well, I want to say, I've seen a lot of things in pro wrestling. I've seen matches that have been fought over a mop. I've seen matches that have been fought over now world-class alum Pepe. But I have yet to ever see a match fought over a hat.
Well, like my friend Tuck Davian says, you never know what happens. What's going to happen in professional wrestling?
Never say never.
The Canadian Frankenstein, PCO, making his way here to the ring. Some of you have known him under a couple of different names. He is a former tag team champion. That was 25 years ago, and PCO still active in professional wrestling. And still, look at the size of it. Look at the build of PCO. The man is in phenomenal shape.
PCO stands for Pretty Cool Officer. He lays down the law at all times. Okay, so I made that up. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was about to go online and check that out because I was pretty sure that wasn't correct.
Well, I thought it sounded good.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates your creativity. Maybe, I don't know. PCO doesn't seem like the most stable of individuals. We saw those videos precluding his arrival here in world class, and they certainly showed a very intense, if not well-adjusted person. But PCO here going to have to answer for his crime, essentially, as he will be challenging Boone, the bounty hunter, for control of J.R. Ewing's hat, as we are now about to see the arrival of Boone.
Arrival? We saw him earlier. We know he's been here.
I mean, for the match.
Oh, okay, I get you.
And Boone, the bounty hunter, arriving once again to greet the fan base here at Southfork Ranch. Boone issued this challenge. He completed his investigation. He declared that it was indeed PCO who had done the job here, as he lifts high to show everyone exactly what this is all about. J.R. Ewing's hat They will be one-on-one. You said it yourself, Travis. You've never seen a match for a hat. I've never seen a match for a hat. I've seen matches for a lot of crazy things as well. But never for J.R. Ewing Stetson. But tonight, that will be marked off the bucket list, as it will be one-on-one, Boone and PCO for control of J.R. Ewing Stetson. When we come back after this, the main event in its entirety, don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see our main event now underway. A bounty hunter against a thief.
A bounty hunter against a monster. And like I said, they call him the Canadian Frankenstein.
Well, I mean, I can believe it. Look at this guy. You were mentioning earlier how long his tenure has been in this business. Former tag team champion in his own right, and still in phenomenal shape. Surely Dr. Frankenstein did create this thing up in Canada, where I know he retreated to when he tried to get away from the original monster.
You know, it's ironic because it was PCO and his partner competing against Scott Steiner and his brother Rick for those tag team championships when PCO had his runs, one of his runs as a tag team champion. And
wouldn't
PCO,
that be an interesting rematch? PCO and Scott Steiner.
Very interested to see the two of them face off here again. As we saw PCO back Boone into the corner, and now Boone duck underneath and switching up to the side headlock. You know, Boone as a bounty hunter, I'm sure that he's obviously in great shape and is conditioned to having to chase down people. I'm curious to see how he measures up to the physical demands and the thought processes going into a professional wrestling match.
Well, remember, he's a parkour expert, so there's no objects that stand in his way, but a foot to the gut will definitely halt that momentum that he was trying to build there.
I think PCO thinks of himself as a that object stood in Boone's way. That object just ran right through him, and you saw how much it overturned Boone. Boone may have landed right on that left knee and possibly tweaked it. You can see him favoring it a little bit as PCO immediately taking control of this match, ramming Boone's head into the top turnbuckle, now going the Irish whip, corner to corner, sends Boone in, charges in after him, but Boone able to get out to the outside, now slips in underneath. There's some of that unique training that goes into the parkour stuff as we get the kick to the side of the head, and Boone now going outside, perhaps going to go up to the top rope.
Oh, he's already looking to go high risk, and that also can be a high reward if he nails this, but don't take too much time, Boone.
Boone really taking his time getting up top there, playing to the crowd. Is that going to pay off for him as he goes up? Well, he rolls through on it. But and Boone just picked him up. That was a spear that elevated Boone off of his feet. The sheer intensity and power coming from PCO.
Absolutely ungodly strength here. PCO now back on top of Boone with the Irish whip and a straight kick to the midsection. And again, these Muay Thai kicks, we gave Boone some credit for his athleticism and agility. Maybe we're not giving enough for PCO as a running senton splash right down across the midsection.
Boone could be in trouble right here as PCO able to get a 2 count out of that combination. Again, fans, this is for control of the Stetson of J.R. Ewing's hat. Whoever wins this match, if Boone wins the match, he's declared the Stetson stays here at Southfork where he believes it belongs. If PCO wins, he apparently will be taking it back to Quebec.
But you know, PCO doesn't strike me as much of a hat guy. But you know, I guess you don't really know an individual, do you?
I certainly don't think I know PCO terribly well, and I'm not sure I really want to. Boone getting to know though, as he's getting to be greeted with, or greeting PCO with some strong forearms. Tries again for the Irish whip, reversed by PCO, who tries to go for the hip lock. Boone reverses it, and PCO just levels him with a clothesline.
This monstrous PCO, a new attitude, new look, and it seems like new motivation and demeanor for him. Just drops the leg right across Boone, and again going in for the cover. 1 and a 2, and referee again says 2. Boone kicking out.
PCO certainly measuring his steps here Doesn't seem to be in any particular rush, taking his time and then hoping to take control of the match by slowing the pace down and then just using these hard-hitting, high-impact moves, throwing the entire weight of his body up against the oncoming Boone right there.
He's just a brick wall. That's all he is.
Yeah, Boone experienced that one firsthand when he tried that opening salvo.
Yeah, you know, better yet, I know they call him the Canadian Frankenstein. In my opinion, though, I think he can earn the nickname the Canadian Wrecking Ball there, just wrecking right through Boone.
Boone now surveying the crowd as he sees, PCO surveying the crowd as he sees Boone in a precarious position, draping his leg over the back of the neck of Boone, forcing the air out. Now Boone, PCO, going off the ropes and elevated up and over to the outside, but immediately recovers, only to be greeted with a drop kick, a sit-down drop kick. And Boone seems to be in a position to rally here. Boone off the ropes. And tries to go for the suicide dive, but runs straight into the forearm from PCO.
People got to remember, PCO is not new to this sport of professional wrestling. He is a tried, tested veteran. Oh, wait, no way. PCO gonna fly?
PCO suicide dive! And Boone takes the entire impact of that up against those guard railings. It's good that you brought up the point. PCO, you're right, not a newcomer to professional wrestling, not a rookie by any stretch. And like I've said many, many times, I'm always going to favor a guy with experience. So here, the automatic advantage in my mind has to go to PCO, who not only has the years experience, but also certainly seems to be willing to bring the desire, well, the size and the power, but the desire to risk his body.
But this time,
And it doesn't seem to hurt him much. That one maybe took a little bit out of him, but until that point, nothing had seemed to slow PCO down.
unbelievable. A man his size, a man of his talents, and his well-known experience, flying through the ropes like he did there and then coming off. Granted, one was more successful than the other, but still, you got to give it to PCO, pulling out some moves that I don't think we've ever seen from the guy.
Referee applying the count for both men now back up on their feet. And Boone on the receiving end of a slug, but returns it in favor now. Both of these men just trading right hands in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, Boone, I don't think you're going to win this fight.
I'm not certain that this is exactly the approach that Boone should be taking. It might be beginning to chip down a little bit on PCO, but Boone's having to absorb a lot of punishment to do so. Now, Boone intercepting, delivering back, right forearm. Forearm after forearm to the side of the face. Boone with a super kick.
And it barely phases
You're
him.
right.
Look at this.
Barely there. Boone off the ropes. Goes for the back heel kick.
Nothing again.
Still cannot get PCO down. Another super kick. And a bit more of a wobble, but he hasn't even dropped to one knee.
No, he is not. Boone's looking to go a little bit higher there.
Boone tried this before. He took too long. This time a little bit quicker as he comes down straight into the preparation for a choke slam. Oh no, just throws him into the corner. Now back in and picks him up. Choke slam down. And this well could be it right here.
Absolutely. PCO throwing Boone, like you said, back into the turnbuckle only to catch him and hit a choke
What is
slam.
PCO looking for? He's looking for a moonsault?
No way.
That is over 40 years old, executing a moonsault. He nailed it completely and still was not able to keep Boone down. But I give all the props in the world for a man who's been active in this business 25 years to be able to pull off a beautiful moonsault like that. Not even the great Muda could achieve that at this particular point in his career.
No, and I said that was a perfection style right there. The only thing
And
that could
why does PCO have the hat? PCO bringing the Stetson into the ring. It's not his. He didn't win the match yet. The referee now. Oh, that's why. Yeah, you're right. That's it.
That's that veteran experience that we were talking about. PCO with the straight low kick.
And barely out at the last opportunity. There's Lance Hoyt. Lance Hoyt is in the ring. We saw PCO interfere in Hoyt's match. Hoyt now able to get a shot in on PCO. Boone off the second rope. Boone with a kick to the side of the head. Referee did not see the strike by Lance Hoyt.
Yeah, this is the first time PCO's been down.
Boone, Starship Pain. And Boone gonna hook the leg. And the Stetson stays at Southfork. Fork Ranch.
And over this match, Boone, the Bounty Hunter.
Well, Lance Hoyt getting himself a little bit of payback from earlier. It was PCO who cost Lance Hoyt the Revolutionary Championship earlier this evening, and Lance Hoyt in return has cost PCO the prize JR Stetson that is now being presented to Boone the Bounty Hunter.
Well, of course, Lance Hoyt, being the proud Texan that he is, he knows the importance of that Stetson here at Southfork Ranch and to the entirety of the Dallas community. And Lance Hoyt not wanting to see that go back up to Canada, not wanting to see it fall into foreign hands and occupation. As Lance Hoyt proudly holding the Stetson up for the entire crowd to see. I thought for a moment he was going to put it on Boone's head. Is that what he's doing here? I think he's going to crown. He's going to crown Boone, adorn Boone with the Stetson worn so proudly by J.R. Ewing.
JR, he's so proud right now. That hat looks extremely good on Boone there.
Lance Hoyt now going to have a few words with his fellow Texan crowd.
Dallas, Texas, still have a good time tonight. PCO, you thought you were going to come in and do that to me? Blaine. The Lava Cantina, I'm kicking your ass, okay? PCO, I'm going to put you in the dirt, buddy. The Lava Cantina, and in what state is the Lava Cantina in? What am I saying? Texas. That's right, PCO. Take your Canadian ass back to Quebec because this hat is staying right here in Southfork, in Dallas, in Texas, America.
Well, strong words there from Boone as well as Lance Hoyt. Lance Hoyt, I have a real suspicion that the issue between Lance Hoyt and PCO is far from done here.
We heard Lance Hoyt has no love lost, and I expect bigger things to come from this rivalry.
Fans, we thank you for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed your time here at Southfork. Be here next week as the revolution continues to be televised.